Hey everybody, Gavin Shnieder here at Abode-based real estate. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 different kinds of listing consultations that I go on. So I'm in here in the hub real quick. Let me find my article on listing consults. And some of you are probably thinking to yourself, like, hey, isn't there just one kind of listing appointment? And I used to think that, but after going on a lot of them, I've come to the realization that different people in different situations require different kind of consultations. And so I've come up with 3 different kinds that I'm always prepared for. But in the end, I always choose one of them specifically to present to the seller based off of who they are, what the situation is, what they've disclosed to me, all those kinds of things. So consider, taking this approach as well. All right, so really quickly, the 3 different kinds, as I would define them, are the marketing and service differentiation-oriented consult. It's a lot of words, I know. The procedural-oriented consult, and then the preparing the home for sale-oriented consult. Right, so the first one, marketing and service differentiation, this kind of a consult is needed primarily when you're, say, competing against a bunch of other agents, or the buyers are incredibly tech savvy and they understand generally how selling a home works. So this kind of consultation is all about, how are you different than all of the other agents out there? What are you going to do for us? What does your marketing plan look like? I will generally present this off of a very large tablet that I have. It hardly fits in a briefcase. It's almost like a small television. And I'm showing them what the professional photos look like. I'm showing them the Facebook ads, the demographic targeting that we're doing. I'm showing them what the listing syndication looks like. I'm talking about smart numbers and text writers and going through all of that stuff. Showing them, here's what makes us different. Here's the secret sauce. Because for this particular kind of buyer, or seller rather, they need to know how you're different than everybody else. And that's why I call it the marketing and service differentiation consult. Okay, the second one is what I call the procedural-oriented consult. These are generally for people who are either older or are selling and buying simultaneously, or just aren't incredibly sophisticated as to the process of buying and selling real estate. Generally with this consult, I'm presenting off of what I would call my seller packet. It is a printed, folder with title and escrow information, home warranties on one side, and information about our marketing, our process, our reviews, all of that kind of stuff on the other side of the packet. And we're going to go through primarily the process stuff. Here's how the logistics of all of this work. We're putting your home on the market, we're taking photos, they have to do an inspection, we negotiate, there's an appraisal. If you're also wanting to buy, can we buy first and sell second? Are we selling first and buying second? What does a simultaneous close look like? Just all the logistics, all the scary stuff that's happening behind the scenes. Sure, I'm touching a little bit on marketing, but it's a 5-minute spiel, right, on marketing. It's the meat and potatoes of this kind of consultation is, I'm going to be the steward that's going to take you through this process. I'm the Sherpa. I'm going to get you safely up the mountain and safely down the other side. So that's number 2. Number 3 here is the preparing your home for sale kind of consultation. This is generally when it's either friend, family, close referral. I've more or less already won the business, or I haven't won the business, but they're like 6 months, 9 months, 12 months away from selling. And I'm simply trying to get in front of them to win the business now so that I don't have to do it a year from now, right? So this kind of consultation, I still have my tablet and the seller packet with me. I'm not actually presenting off either of them. I put the packet on the table, and we're primarily going to talk about the house. Right? We're not talking about the process, because the process is 6 months away. We're not talking about the marketing. The marketing is 6 months away. We're talking about, do they need the paint? Do they need to redo the floors? Do they need new appliances? Do they need to fix the fence? All of these different kinds of things. And then I'm touching a little bit on what that process will look like, what that marketing will look like, but I'm not actually opening up the packet or the tablet and going through that information. I'm just going to tell them at the end, hey, here's a bunch of information. We'll talk about this at a later time, when we get ready to sell your house. But the purpose of the sit down was to figure out, do you need to paint? Do you need a new roof? Do you got to do all of those things, right? Just kind of a meet and greet kind of a situation. So there you have it. Those are the 3 different kinds of consultations that I go on. And I'm always prepared for all 3. But based off of what they've told me and based off of the feeling I get when I do my initial walkthrough of the house, I'll choose one of the consultations to go with, when we sit down. So, I guess that's really the last kind of note for you there, is the last little nugget of information. Always start with a walkthrough of the home before you do your consult. They're going to say, come on in, sit down. You need to say, actually, hey, I'd love to tour the home real quick and see what we're working with. Use that 5 minutes to build rapport, get an idea of what the home looks like, find out what makes them tick, where they go on vacation, where they're from, their kids' activities, all that kind of stuff. It all matters, right? Okay. 3 different kinds of consultations. Go ahead and use those, steal those for your business, and good luck out there.